Alright, let's finish up Heaven Will Be Mine. Yeah, thanks to, Light Dark Soy Sauce for subscribing. Not subscribing, following. I gotta get used to that. Gotta get used to the fact that those are different words that mean different things. Okay. We left off day 7. It looked like it looked like we were getting pretty close to the end. Everyone, all the main pilots wrote their end of the everything letters, the, this is the day type stuff. Each of the last missions were, 12% towards faction complete, towards, their respective faction, and then, doing them 2 at a time, 1 for each other pilot. So there's been 3 sets of 2, and presumably this will be the last set of 2, followed by, I don't know, followed by something maybe, followed by an ending of some sort. Okay, let's go for it. Start a little later than I've been starting, but this might be a shorter one depending on how much game is left. Alright. Load up. I think we already went... Yeah, we already went through this one last stream. It doesn't... Like, it doesn't save. Yeah, it looks like it doesn't save which chats you've done. Just, highlights it for the chat that you still, that you need to do for that point in the story. Anyway, let's start with the acceleration due to gravity, because we're gonna work our way up to give me the moon, all caps. Just give me the moon. Give me all that moon. Mars has reservations. Again. Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing her, huh? How are we doing with this? Yeah. Don't have to worry about sneaky when you're the size of the universe. Gotta do, I guess. Right, so it's one of those everyone is openly ready to betray everyone else situations. Would you really have it any other way? Mars, you worry too much. Mars. everyone's still gonna worry. But people just worry, and I think you gotta respect that choice. If someone wants to worry, then that's them. It's not you making them worry. They're just worriers. There's worriers out there. Don't worry. I do like Silly Dreams. The moon's south pole is the completion point for Earth, where all the terraforming begins and ends. Here, the skyscrapers rise up to catch the eternal light, in what someday will be a city where night never comes. They know each other so well. I looked at the smaller sizes of sub badge, and yeah, one thing I was noticing with I guess it's probably just common with pixel work, is that the line is that like the just straight resizing them, like the line work and the colors are really clean on the full resolution, but yeah, when you resize them, you get like weird fringing around the boundaries between outlines and colors, and like the line work kind of gets messy. That's just something I was noticing. Yeah, it seems like the kind of thing where you kind of like have to redraw it for every different resolution. And like, I'm not telling you like, hey, redraw this for me. Like, I think it's cool that you're doing it all. Like, if I got to the point where I actually like needed an emote and a sub badge, like I'd actually paid commission. Likes that. Yeah, I was looking at it, and Twitch lets you upload like separate images for each different size. That might just be like part of, doing that kind of work, is having to go back for the smaller sizes and like redo them so that they read at the smaller size. Because yeah, if something's like at the full size, if it's 1 pixel wide, then like you resize it down and that pixel's gonna be gone. Oh, but only everyone, it seems like, so far. Is there anyone in Pluto's life who isn't a pain in the ass to keep happy? Is this a commentary on the organizational structure of Cradle's Graces, or is it just both? Probably both. Yeah, it was both. I still want to meet this doctor next. She sounds interesting. stuff, I mean. Caring about people is hard, but being cared about is also hard. So, what are you gonna do? Irk. That's what you do. You just listen and irk. Not telling. That's pretty telling, Saturn. That's pretty telling. Pluto's not easily impressed. Or impressed with difficulty. The slim tower, the tallest on the moon, ends in a point, and suspended above is the overpowering gravity well, claiming humanity's spot on the moon. A saved seat in the cosmos. It'll fall apart. It'll fall inert to the surface when culture is so fully rooted in the moon that the planet will produce a true human gravity. Then this body will be no longer Luna, but fully and truly the moon. Just as Terra became the Earth when humanity was born there. I've become less literate over the last 2 days. So, like, by this time next week, I'll just be starting up again and be like, play game. No, say word good. Yet, the gravity well can also be the seat of possibility. It doesn't have any preconceptions about what humans can be, or should be. There's still time. Alright, let's make some futures. So much in this game is like bespoke sci-fi terms. It's important to point out that handshake is not. It's a real tech term, and just like real networking. Trying to seduce someone is not a tech term in this game or in real life. It's just what it says. Gotta say, it is pretty high level to be able to technobabble and flirt at the same time. That's some really just powerful technique. Possibility dilation. That's about time dilation. I guess this is space and time are the same thing, so time dilation is a form of space dilation. I'm glad there's no physicists watching. And then we have culture, capital C. kind of the special sauce. Where there's a Hermite. It probably doesn't show up on the cam because of resolution, but it... Saturn, you punk. Seals. We only get 7 here. Why do they get 50? So hard on themselves, except Pluto, who's not hard on herself and only so hard on everyone else. Oh, so Pluto's your backup plan, huh? Pluto's your rebound. Oh yeah, Glenn, I'm going for Cradle's Graces, which is ending, which is Pluto's faction. For each of the scenes with the other 2 pilots, you can either stay loyal to your faction or betray your faction for their faction / them. I've just been doing the loyal choice the whole time for this playthrough. I actually looked at Steam achievement stats, and the Cradle's Graces ending and the Pluto playthrough is so far the least played. Also, I mean, I'm on the itch.io version, which doesn't track those stats, but you know, I did check. You know, it's understandable if you're not completely clear what's going on, because a lot of it is kind of like abstract, like, you know, not really about the thing it says it's about. They're, you know, opening the gravity well to do some stuff with Earth. It's, you know, not really about Earth, it's about them. So, yeah, they're, you know, allied with the full expectation of, yeah, well, you know, you're not wrong. Yeah, well, they're kind of doing, they're, you know, doing a mission together. They're, you know, allied with the full expectation of not being allied. Somewhere in the middle. Let's go. The equipment is destroyed. Both of them are badly damaged. But they're not dead. And the tiny black speck pulsing within the containment field. The strange gravity washes over the moon. and many things are possible. A leveled playing field, a new playground. Go 87%, Cradle's Graces, next one, gonna get to 100%. But yeah, the three different factions they, want, well, they're different factions, so of course they want, different things. Cradle's Graces, kind of wants to break away from, from Earth, and the other ones, Memorial Foundation, I think, is the one that, wants to, wants to bring space under control. And I think Celestial Mechanics is the one that kind of wants to like unify everything and like create a new like totalizing reality where things aren't so messy. Hopefully this it'll go away. Anyway, let's read some mail. Ooh, leaked. A neutral, idealized body representing all of humanity. They loved bullshit like that. It's good to it's good when the official history can admit what's propaganda bluster and what's like actual policy. So we're learning more about what is a ship's self. Survive alone without the presence of others. So that seems like it ties into the whole capital C culture thing, where you can kind of generate your own capital C culture. The whole theme of like the pilot girls not being part of the whole, like being, separate and outside. They have their self ships, which lets a person be that way in space. It confirms to the human inside. I almost get it. The hell of a thing to admit to. Like, that's, very, very humble. It's like, alright, fine. I am just drawn. Awesome. Universal manage. Rest of us, we'll see. You're not that strong. Yeah, Earth is still Earth. Stronger than a bunch of idiots. Like, hey, you're one of those idiots, That's great. That's a great threat. Like, oh yeah, well maybe I will listen to your advice. What are you gonna do about that? Really curious. I'm not gonna look it up, but when LOL came along, my understanding is that the acronym LOL is a lot older than people maybe think it is. Well, that moon. Yeah, just going for a walk, space walk, moonwalk. Oh, right, moonwalk. Yeah, that's a thing. I actually said a thing that's a thing by accident. Was just trying to be stupid. Working on it. Yeah, I'm just gonna go be messy in space. Really opening yourself up here. Pluto, you're kind of a big deal. Boy, she's really been just taking everything on her back this whole time. And she's kind of been making it work, but yeah, that's a hell of a burden. No, I mean... Okay, let's... Wow. Yeah. The hell of a title. Oh. This is a nice background. Like I kind of want to go and, like, see if I can find... check and see if I can find the backgrounds from this, because, like... I'd like to I think these would be like nice desktop backgrounds also. Very, very striking. Very nice. Color-wise. Like, I really would like to read about, like, the color choices for this game. Because that's something that really has, really been noticeable to me. Alright. On the far side of the moon, there's still some part of the dead, empty crater Luna left. As the terraforming engines sweep in, they turn Earth's satellite to another part of Earth. Until that time comes, this place is free of Earth's pull. A place still perfect for a quiet moment to happen, in an empty clearing surrounded by weight and life. It's the perfect place for them to fight like ships do. The fighting that ships do, not the fighting that people do. In the naked sunlight and nothing else, Pluto looked so beautiful, spinning tiny galaxies from macula, the way she was always meant to. Of all the prototypes she piloted over the years, none suited her like this. From the awkward and embarrassing creature she used to be to the woman who promised Earth there could be a new type of human. No longer the priceless tool of selfish adults, the pawn of space's dreamers, and the princess who can remake her body out of tidal forces and stardust. She's just Pluto. In the naked sunlight and nothing else, even in this worn and wounded ship, Lunaterra shines like she always has, even with the hurt she has. One way or another, someday or another, every girl bleeds. and her mare Chrysium suffers alongside her. The drip of her wound spins like a red constellation in zero-G. She's rusted, but some parts of her will never rust. The two of them have fought so much, so this shouldn't be a fight. With nothing and no one else to think about, there's no reason to fight. The naked sunlight, for once, don't fight. Instead of fighting like people do, fight like ships do. Fight like plastic toys do. Fight like you don't have a body, like you don't hate your body. Fight your way into a new body. Fight like we used to, without trying to win. Fight like we did a long time ago when they were training us to fight, and all we wanted to do was play. Fight like we did when we didn't have any other way of touching each other. When all we had were lasers and light, tides and time, to say what we wanted to say to each other. You're doing this again, huh? We're not fighting. That's, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. Lunaterra knows a thing or two about fighting in space. There we go. Lunaterra wrote the book. Kind of a predictable story. The Lunaterra makes sure her enemies get sunk. You know this trick, don't you? You've seen Lunaterra pull it so many times. Fire off something to test the waters. Lead the target until they walk right into the shot. You can play that game forever until they make the first move. Don't let them make that move until you know they won't be expecting what you do next. What you do next can be anything. As long as it's what they're not going to see coming. After you do it, disengage, like passing a secret. You know this one really well, the message in a bottle, slipped between the bullets of hard light. She was the person who taught you how to blow a kiss. But Pluto is the one who learned how to make out. Her ship's so big it makes Lunaterra look like a toy, but Pluto is even bigger than that. You have to measure in density, not mass. Then you'll understand. Pluto's the center. Lunaterra revolves around Pluto, like she always has. Lunaterra is too close when she tries to pull back from Pluto, and too far when she's trying to close in. He's on a leash that extends through space-time however Pluto wants. Lunaterra's gravity is the tug that makes the tides go in and out. Pluto's gravity is strong enough to turn Lunaterra into a new shape. Lunaterra didn't invent this, but she loves to struggle through it. She loves to see what she can do, how close she can come. And she comes in so fast. Does so well, but goes too far. When Pluto isn't expecting. It's too fast. Way too fast. Pluto's more off guard than Lunaterra expects. Lunaterra's moon of a spear crescents right into Pluto's chest. Lunaterra wants to scream, but she doesn't say anything. It feels deep enough to be scary, and Lunaterra only meant to nick her. Doesn't seem, That's... Oh, here we go. Huh. Well, doesn't matter what you were talking about. I'm fine. Oh, yeah. Letting someone stab you through the heart does seem like a good way to throw them off guard, if you can manage it. Why are you so good at everything? She's good at making herself seem like she's good at everything. And that's what really counts. Yeah. Yep, it's definitely going that way. Like, that's, you know, that's something this game does really well, is, you know, really, like, integrate the, you know, the sci-fi aspects and the personal relationship aspects, and have, you know, have everything kind of, you know, congruent and, you know, telling, you know, the different elements are all telling the same story and advancing the same theme. And, you know, that's hard to do. You get a lot of sci-fi where, like, it's just kind of, here's the story and, like, here's the forehead aliens that make it sci-fi instead of just not sci-fi. Feel it. Are you feeling it now, Lunaterra? Totally. He seems pretty okay with losing. Okay. And, now on to day 9. This is now a StarCraft stream. Did it. Yay. What'd we do? Other than it. Still busy. A certain kind of joy. What do you want from us? What exactly do you want from us, Doc? Doc, this is serious. Don't make me celebrate. Don't want it. Alright. See you when you're back. Guilt. Boy, Pluto really does have to, like, shoulder everyone's problems. Even, you know, Dr. Nick, supposedly her boss. I'm gonna look up that LOL thing. Well, you know, I didn't want to, like, interrupt things when it was, like, really, like, had momentum, but, now I want to know. So I want my phone to cooperate. I should go. Yeah, I should dig out my tablet so I can have 4 screens going. Oh, also set. I could set up my old laptop that like is from 2009 and doesn't work great. Just see how many screens I can have going and like actually find a use for. God damn it. Okay. I Google search for LOL, LOL, because, like, I want to know, the history of the acronym, whether, they would have had it in 1981. Guess what the first result is? Guess what it shows me? I don't know. League of Legends. It just assumes I'm looking for League of Legends and not the phrase LOL. League of Legends. Riot, what won't ruin? Also, this phone, it's old, so it basically just freezes up whenever there's any app update. Okay, so it looks like LOL got going in the Seems like the word came about in like early 80s. So, not as anachronistic as you might think for the setting. I mean, also just the chat portions just draw a lot on like modern chat, modern internet chat culture and lingo, like style, which it's not unimaginable that text chat would have developed in a similar way. Okay, the whole I just want everyone else to be happy and like not worrying about yourself thing. I get that. It's like, yeah, that can be difficult when you just want to just worry about everyone else and like just completely ignore yourself. Alright. Now we're getting serious with it. Just letting this music go for just a little bit. The soundtrack for this game, it's pretty nice and minimal, but like, you know, it fits, right? You know, bass is nice and minimal. Let's go. The cradle's grace's fleet is small and weak, and they're desperate. With the dream of space dying, there's no time left, no chances left. The decision has already been made. Humans don't need space. It's one thing to go home, another to leave forever. Both those are just up to those of us in space. Neither of those require the strength to pull humanity from its cradle. That's a strength that no one has, and no one should even pretend they have the strength for it. With all of Cradle's Grace's hopes and dreams, Pluto will still try. The pilots bow out as the conclusion of the conflict becomes evident. No, it is now truly a war, because the autonomous military units have been arrayed against her for a transgression. This is no longer a fight between the humans of space, but a war with the Earth. The autonomous units ready their weapons, and in unison they fire to kill. As if. Their trajectories bend away from Pluto. Blushing at the sight of her, they refuse to meet her gaze, as expected. Krun Macula will convert the gravity well directly into the space and time and culture necessary for the future, and they will steal that future from her, piece by piece by piece. This is unexpected, but not unprepared for. So, Wave 2. Wave 3. Wave 4. Wave 10. Wave 36. Wave 150. Wave 460. Wave 1000. Wave 4569. They know she's not invincible. They know her real truth, that no one who loves her can see. They have the patience and power to take it apart, piece by piece. They will strip her down, atom by atom if they have to, until she loses mass and gravity and becomes only a girl again. Pluto wouldn't mind if they were trying to kill her, but they have a much more important thing to kill. Cradle's Grace's future. The future of humanity as we know it depends on it. For that, they'll annihilate hers without hate, with only human efficiency and uncomplicated thoughts in mind. Join us or leave us. Only through an autonomous proxy can Earth give up on the inexhaustible empathy of the human soul. Only through a proxy can Earth divorce itself from the longing that Memorial Foundation had fought on behalf of, to value their own life above all else. They will do anything, everything to protect themselves from death, especially at their own hands. For ship selves can only change others and never kill, but that is the fear of Earth above all else. The flawed, pathetic conscience of humanity, playing catch-up to its own mistakes, doing more harm than good. So heavy, even Pluto can't bear it. How can she not respond to their pathetic, self-deceptive, self-destructive feelings? How can she say no when they need her so much? She can't. Yeah, things are going down. Someone's going down. Everyone's got to make their choices. Lunaterra, Saturn, what are you gonna do? Apologize, I guess. You're the worst. You're the best. That's true, Pluto probably would. If they can pull on her empathy for Earth, they can also tug her desire to be free. And celestial mechanics has so many ways. This one is called Eversion Impulse. Iapetus despises fighting. He never wanted to develop the ship's selves. He would prefer a simpler and less vulgar solution that didn't require bodies at all, of any kind. He's the first betrayer of celestial mechanics' dream for a new kind of body. But he understood it because everyone can understand the dream to leave these bodies. And that was the name he gave to the instinct that drives humans to abandon what is for what could be. The inside-out impulse. There's still time for his masterwork. Pluto can be that linchpin. If she's pushed far enough, and the gravity well Schwarzschild radius expands to the point at which she cannot escape, past the limit at which point humans can no longer exchange information. Oh yeah, that was, yeah, Schwarzschild radius. I don't remember exactly what it is, but, like, it is a real thing that black holes have. The whole thing about information escaping or not escaping from black holes. It's actually what Stephen Hawking did his research on. I mean, I'm sure, you know, he did a lot of different kinds of research, but that was kind of his most famous, you know, piece of research. Well, you know, it's the reason there's something called Hawking radiation. Anyway, it turns out that that information can escape from a black hole in a kind of weird way. There was actually a bet that Hawking had with someone else, where he bet the guy a full set of the Encyclopedia Britannica, because, you know, like, exchanging information, so it's appropriate. Anyway, Stephen Hawking, lost that bet, but he lost it because his own research proved that the thing that he thought was actually wrong. So, like, he lost the bet, but he came out pretty far ahead. I think he was pretty happy with the result. Past the limit by which it becomes impossible to regard each other as human. Iapetus loves win-win scenarios. This doesn't sound very win-win. Humanity's discarded children will be free of their obligations to be human. Humanity will have a physical, unified enemy to chase through their pursuit of space. And Iapetus will have sown the seeds of a single, binding, unified culture theory. A white void that will bend the universe to a single set of physical laws. A simple process of autonomous drones injecting degenerate mass into the gravity well is all that is necessary, as long as Iapetus holds Pluto off personally in his Roncavo Terra. Boy, these scientists, real hardcore about their theories. Even as a plan for Saturn, should she choose just this moment to betray him. A perfect plan. Probably not that perfect. So, yeah, Iapetus, what's your perfect plan for the plan against your perfect plan? Too many plans. You know, if they were good plans, you'd only need one. Something like, something Einstein said, where there was some, you know, like a bunch of scientists who were, you know, didn't like, sign some letter that was like, you know, 200 scientists against the theory of relativity. And Einstein's response was something along the lines of, if they actually had a point, they'd only need one. Okay, hacking with max production units. doing it. Ah, there we go. I think Pluto's gonna be happy to hear that. Alright. God, that hot-blooded mech pilot stuff. Gotta love it. Okay, this is, I think this is the first time in the game all three of them are on the line at once. No. Don't just dot fucking dot. I thought you were gonna convince her. I thought you were. Ah, there we go. That's no, that's a plan. You know, you want space to be free from the Earth, but you don't want to get rid of the Earth. Just force the Earth into space. Do it, Pluto. You do what you gotta do. I mean, no one's gonna... I think this, you know, the events so far have shown one thing. It's that no one can stop you. No one could stop you, Pluto. I don't think Pluto at this point is capable of being mad or stopped. When has that ever worked? Man, letting people make their own choices would be so much easier if they just didn't keep making them wrong. Yeah, this is classic. This is the kind of ending, you know, I like, where, you know, just like, really just like comes down to it, get everyone together. Yeah, everyone says their piece, everyone makes their choices. Aww. There we go. I love this drawing. 3 of them. Oh, it's even on lined paper. I totally, like, when I was a kid, same way. You know, colored pencils and lined paper. You know, you take a picture or scan it or whatever, and like the lines would be there and the crumples would be there. Such a specific, like, thing. I mean, you know, the people that made this game were probably, you know, kids in approximately the same, you know, time frame and approximate social situation as I was, so, like, you know, not surprising that would be a common experience, but just that's such a very, like, specific, you know, nostalgia trigger to come up with. Yeah, it is kind of impressive, you know, for everything. She did keep those ideals. That's tough. It's tough to go through so much stuff with, you know, with people and still come out of that, your ideals intact. that both of them on her lap? That's so sweet. So she says, but when she stretches out on the yellow-red carpet of Venus's jungles, she doesn't go instantly to sleep. There's room for both of them on Pluto's lap, which is an advantage of living in your ship self. You can do things that you normally couldn't, even if other things are harder. Harder doesn't mean impossible, it just means you have to work for it. Figure out how to make it real. Learning a new language that your new body speaks. Moments like these are rare since we began a war against Earth. Though we're quick to remind each other, it's not really a war, the way that war used to be. Not the hard clash of steel and lead, but the pliant pressure of plastic and light. Venus's heat melts their metal before they can make it here. When Earth wants to fight, they have to send softer bodies after us. The punishment we deserved for being unable to reconcile this half-real solar system. The forests are still struggling on Mars, but we're trying hard, and the jungles of Venus are growing so nicely. Except they're too wild to give us room. The silicate mosses that grow along the rings of Saturn allow for a very fragile, delicate sort of life. We love these places anyway. They're becoming more and more like home. All we need are more of us. And they come, descending in waves, trying to take us back. We beat them back every time, and sometimes one or two look around and decide, I'd rather stay here. And then there's more of us. Sometimes they succeed and take one of us back home. That's just as fine with us. We should go where we wish, live as we wish, and if our sisters get taken home, they bring a small part of us back to the Earth. That can't go unchanged. Like Pluto always said, this future no one wanted is the only future that leads somewhere. A future she couldn't hold, and still can't hold, but she doesn't need to. We are holding it with her. We are holding it together. All together, we can hold this future. Earth isn't ready to accept us, and we're not ready to forgive Earth. That's okay. We don't have to be. Let's just fight about it. Let's fuck over it. Let's break up and get back together over it. If we lose on the terms we set. And that proves our point. So haha, we win. If you hate that logic and think it's stupid, come over here and mess me up about it. Come here and make out with me about it. And that was Heaven Will Be Mine. Not all of that was, Heaven Will Be Mine, Pluto Root, Cradle's Grace's ending. No, thank you. No, I really enjoyed this game, and I do plan on going back and playing the other routes. Yeah, if you want to see more of this, go buy it. You can buy it on Steam, buy it on itch.io. It should still be on the 10% off, intro sale. It's like $15, $13.50 after discount. Yeah, that was nice. I really enjoyed that. Would recommend. So, yeah, I started the stream a little later than usual today. I'm probably, I think I'm gonna end it. I was considering, doing some, throw-in game, just like finding some, so some old thing that I had on my hard drive. But yeah, this seems like a good place to stop. Good ending. Alright, tomorrow, yeah, I don't know what I'll stream tomorrow. I mean, I'll find something. It'll probably be, I don't know. It's like, I have a lot of things I want to stream. Like, a lot more things I want to stream than I have, plans / expectations to stream. But, whatever it is, hope to see people there. Okay, till next time. This has been That Will Be Mine.